Hi, trig students. So here's 11.3 hints. I just have some like general hints, I think, for this one. So number 5 is the first one, and it's asking about being continuous at positive 3. If you plug in positive 3, you get 0 on the top and 6 on the bottom. That's totally okay. So 0 on the top is just a regular old 0, and that's good. That's just okay. The thing that we're not allowed to do is divide by a 0. So on some of the notes, like with tangent or cotangent, we had a dividing by 0 going on, and that's not okay. So if you think about tangent, the tangent of some angle is y over x. If you're a unit circle person, here's maybe another way of thinking about that. Up here at pi over 2, I know the unit circle, it's been weeks, right? This coordinate is over nothing and up 1. And if we do the y over x, we get 1 is y and 0 is x. And then we have the divided by 0 thing. So dividing by 0 is not okay. 0 on the top, totally okay. So tangent might make a divide by 0. Cotangent might make a divide by 0. It's x over y, the flip of tangent. Yeah. Some algebra things where there's denominators might make a divide by 0. But 0 on the top is totally okay. Okay, my number 8 had a typo. They were talking about a equals 0, and then they later said something about 1. But I think what they really meant was 0. So maybe check out on number 8 and go with the thing that's in the actual problem, not in the sentence. And then I wanted to mention number 11. So when we simplify these things, the x minus 5s will cancel. And so sometimes it's like, okay, cool, the only thing left on the bottom is x plus 6, so therefore x can't be negative 6, otherwise that would make it divide by 0. But the x minus 5s matter too. So this is like a flashback to Algebra 2. The thing that cancels makes a hole in the graph, really, really tiny little skip point. The thing that's still there makes a vertical asymptote. If you want to check it out in your calculator, just use good parentheses like those blue ones I put in. And then here is kind of how it looks in the calculator. You could trace things like 5, and it says, oh, there's nothing there at 5. If we go a little to the left, there's something there, and a little to the right, there's something there. But right at 5, there's like a hole. And then we could trace negative 6, and we would see, oh, back here at negative 6, there's a vertical asymptote. So maybe graphing the rationals, the fraction ones, might be useful. Okay, last I just wanted to kind of like summarize what might be continuous as far as our algebra knowledge, or maybe continuous or discontinuous, and what's like pretty much discontinuous. So let's start with continuous. So sine. You think of sine's graph. It just kind of goes like up and down and up and down, and it just keeps going forever. That's a roller coaster I want to ride. It's continuous. It will not make me fall to my death. Also cosine, continuous. So whatever's going on with those guys, you're good. Also polynomials, all polynomials. These are like the 3x squared plus 2x plus 9 or something like that. All of those ones, they are continuous. They just can't have like a denominator with letters underneath. That's like something different. Maybes. So a piecewise function. Maybe this side matches up with that side. So it's like coming along, it's like a line or something, and then there's a hole. But then this line comes in and fills it in, and you're like, cool, it's continuous. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't fill it in, and there's like a dot somewhere else or something. Maybe it's not continuous. So those ones, you want to kind of like investigate, especially if they're at the cutoff point in there. So like draw some pictures. Square root. So square root kind of starts like this and goes like that. If we're talking about anywhere from the starting point on, you're good. But anywhere over here, like it's not continuous, including at that starting point, because to the left, like there's no neighbors. Also log and natural log, those ones were mentioned. They have some asymptotes, and then they go for it. So on this side, they're continuous. But like at this point and over here, they don't exist. So those are kind of maybes, depending on where you're looking. Like if you're looking right here, continuous. If you're looking over here, not continuous. And then here's some things that are for sure not continuous. Anything that makes it divided by 0. So sometimes tangent has a divided by 0. We talked about those like pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2. Cotangent does sometimes. And fractions with a variable on the bottom. those will, sometimes that variable will make a divided by 0, and those are not allowed, so they're discontinuous at that point. So those are some kind of like general hints. I hope they're helpful, and I'll see you in a couple days. Bye.